Declining ticket sales, increased competition from streaming venues, poor business decisions, and a writer's strike. It seems as if the motion picture industry business model of old has reached its limits. So, is this the death knell of Tinseltown? One cannot say for certain, so let's take a walk back at how we got here. During the 80s, there was a cross-pollination between the cinema chain and video rental storefronts, as home video became the additional or rather supplemental form of entertainment. After a successful movie ran its course in the theaters, studios managed to obtain further revenue from VHS sales and rentals, which was a much quicker turnaround than, say, cable television. Now, fast forward decades later, and in comes video streaming. Thanks to the advent of game changer Netflix and more powerful broadband technology, it seems as if streaming television is a more sophisticated way of distribution. With so many choices for the consumer without the need to venture out to rental storefronts like Blockbuster Video, it became a very convenient practice that not only killed off rental stores, but it is also an increasing threat to theater chains like Lowe's and AMC. With streaming, there is that convenience of having quick access where going to the theater is nowadays a less than enthusiastic experience, as everything is a la carte when you have all these varieties of platform applications such as Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Paramount, Amazon Prime, and so forth. To comprehend things much further, there was the COVID pandemic, which served as the catalyst for shutting down all theaters well over 2 to 3 years. This caused the industry to lose billions of dollars and forcing major studios to dump their scheduled films directly to streaming on demand. The cultural shift has gravely impacted the movie-going experience, as smartly scripted and well-produced television series are practically the norm when competing against films, thus putting a serious dent towards studios and theater profit margins. There are benefits from digital streaming, such as pausing in the middle of a movie to take a bathroom break, grab a snack, or answer a call from your friend. That somewhat outweighs the theater-going experience. Not to mention, at times, you have some overbearing stranger sitting next to you texting, snacking too loud, or making belligerent comments while a movie is being played. So in all honesty, I don't miss going to the theaters all that much. As of now, Gen Z are opting more towards social media, if not video games, as opposed to watching movies, be it at the theaters or even streaming in some cases. Meanwhile, Hollywood is struggling to recoup their losses by cranking out more nostalgia-based films such as classic franchises, reboots, legacy sequels, and even more reboots. And speaking of which, Disney is working on restructuring within the company, as their previous Marvel films and television shows have not paid off as expected. So now CEO Bob Iger is scaling back production of Marvel properties, releasing perhaps 2 films at a time within a year. During an interview, Iger, who plans on staying with Disney for another 2 years or so, have made some condescending comments regarding the writer's strike.
Level of expectation that they have that is just not realistic. And they are adding to a set of challenges that this business is already facing.
You dick!
While Iger can conveniently lay blame on their Marvel properties for not meeting quotas, to compound things further, there is now an actor's strike as a result of unsatisfactory pay, lack of health insurance, and little to no royalties that have been accumulated from streaming revenue. There's also that concern of having an actor's appearance replaced by artificial intelligence, since the potential job killer AI has gained more traction under scrutiny, and rightfully so. Not sure how all this will turn out in the end, but all I can say is that the old ways of handling business within the motion picture landscape has changed for, depending on who you ask, better or worse.